So, good morning, all of you. Today, we shall discuss an exercise on exploratory data analysis. So, since we got the insight into R programming, so we shall discuss this programming example in EDA. So, here in this particular example, um, there is a data set, okay, which represents uh, ads shown in a New York Times, and user will click on that particular ads. So user data and the number of impressions, number of clicks, and when they got logged in. So those details will be stored in this particular data set. So that particular information is present in a CSV file, so comma separated files. So 31 such data sets are present in this particular URL, that is in GitHub. So each data set represent 1 day's worth of ads shown and a click records. So that is done in May 2012. So each row in that particular CSV file represents a single user. So there are 5 columns: age, gender. So gender is represented in binary. 0 indicates it is a female, and 1 indicates it is a male. Number of impressions, number of clicks, and logged in. So these 5 columns are present in that particular CSV file. So now let us see how to handle this particular data. So first thing is we need to load the data set. So data set is present in a particular URL. So you can download the data set as a CSV file into local system, and from local system we can then port it. So read that particular value, or we can directly read from the data set using the URL method. So this particular URL method is useful in reading these kind of files. So the function here is read.csv. So read.csv, then followed by within the URL function, we need to give the complete path of that CSV file. So in order to use this particular this library to read this particular CSV file will be present default. So just put this command and just enter it. Then it will take some time, because this CSV file has to be loaded from the internet since we have used URL. So if we want to use this data again and again across multiple sessions, then we can download it from the given URL and we can read it from the local machine, just like how we read files from our own system. So it will be faster. Now if you observe, that particular data has been loaded in the environment. You can observe over here, this is data 1 is present, and how many bytes of data is present. So that is present. So when we click on this particular data, here you can observe in the grid. So the entire thing is present. Age, that CSV data is displayed. Age, gender, impressions, click, signed in data. So all those things are present. So age, gender, binary, impressions, clicks, signed in. So number of rows are you can see 4,58,000. So this particular CSV file contains 4,58,441 entries and 5 columns. So this is regarding the data. Okay. Then coming back to the console, you can close that data. Okay. So this is the data set that is now loaded. So once the data set is loaded, so the next task, what in the EDA process we do is we'll create a category. So a category of users will be created. Means an additional column we will create. So in the data there are 5 columns. So in this particular example, they will create one more column, that is a 6th column, and 6th column will represent a group of age. So less than 18, whether it is between 18 to 24, 25 to 34, 35 to 44, 45 to 54, 55 to 64, and 65 plus. So like that, age group will be created. So in order to create that, there is one more method we shall look, that is the head method. So head of data one. So this head of data one, this particular method will load 6 rows from the particular data. So you can observe 6 rows are loaded over here. So along with the header, 6 rows are loaded. So that is the functionality of head method. So optionally, we can also specify how many rows we want to read. By default, it is 6. We can also load that many number of rows we need, maybe 15, 20, depending on. So that option is also there. So we can give the parameter. So it is a overloaded method. Then in order to create a new row, a new column, so what we need to do is we need a categorization. So how to categorize in R? So that is based on the cut method. So there is a method called as cut. Before that, what we must do is we must create an array like this. So C means it is a vector. So we are creating a vector in minus infinity to plus infinity, depending on the range. Okay. So in order to understand this example, you have to look at the textbook, okay, where they will be describing it. Okay. So what we did, we loaded a CSV file. Then our initial processing is like this. So we need a 6th column over here. So in the 6th column, it is the category of age. So 36 means it will fall in the category. This is 35 to 44 category. So like that we want. So we want the categories like this, even though this is an error. Yeah, 18 less than 18, 18 to 24, 25 to 34, 35 to 44, 45 to 54, 55 to 64, and 65 plus. So we want this value in 6th column. If it is 36, we want the value 35 to 44. For 73, we want 65 plus. For 30, 25 to 34. So this value should be present in the 6th column. So that we have to do. So in order to do that, we need this category first. In order to have this category, we'll first create a vector. So how this vector is created? So what is the first category? It is less than 18. So less than 18 means it must be 0 to 17. So for that purpose, so we have created 0, 18 is one border here, then 24 is another border, 34 on another side, 44 on one limit 54, and then finally 64. So all the limits we take and add infinity over there, minus infinity to plus infinity. So an vector is created. Then we must use one more method, that is the method called as cut method. So there is a method called as cut. Okay. So what does this cut method do is, let us press F1 for additional help. So if you look at the documentation of the cut method, so in the R itself, it is given. So what does this cut method do is, so it divides the range of X into intervals. So we just give the values, those values will be divided into intervals. The leftmost interval corresponds to one level, and the next leftmost to the level as a second one. So its usage is described over here. So cut followed by the data, then we have to give the intervals. So that interval will specify as a vector. So what is the argument X? So X is a numeric vector which is to be converted into a factor by cutting. So we have a column age. So based on age, we have to factor it. So if it is 36, so we want it to be an interval that is from 34 to 44, like that. So if the value is 36, we want to place 35 to 44. So that factoring can be done using the cut method. It is nothing but based on an integer value, it will just classify to which range it will belong. So the arguments it takes is, first one is which column we want to categorize, then breaks. So either a numeric vector we can pass. So if we have multiple range, so we will place it in a vector, or we can pass a label. Okay, so many options are there. Okay, so we shall say it's working. Okay, on this particular window. So what we have to do is, we have to cut the age field. So what we can do is, we can specify like this. So it is cut of data1. So data1 is the one which contains the CSV file. So where we have loaded $age. So $age indicates the age column. So which means that particular dimension, and followed by the vector we have passed. So now when we press enter, so see what happens. So there are around multiple rows that are omitted. So since we have 4 lakhs something rows, so only 1000 is displayed over here. And for each age, so it has given to which category it belongs. So 34, 44, 44, 54. So if you observe, the brackets are different. So here it is a parenthesis, whereas on the other side is a square bracket. So the meaning of this parenthesis is 34 is not included. That's the meaning. So if it's a parenthesis on one side, it indicates 34 is not allowed. Means it starts with 35. The square brackets indicate it is included. So the range ultimately, when we have this kind of braces, so it becomes 35 to 44. So for each row, it has printed to which category it has belonged, right? So otherwise, what we can do is we can have a simple a data like this. So let us have a simple data 1 to 100. Okay, EAA contains 1 to 100. So AA is the data that is containing value 1 to 100. For this, let us assume we want to categorize. So 1 to maybe 25, 26 to 50, 4 categories, let us assume. Okay, so what would be our ranges? So our range will be like this. So yeah, in place of this data one, we will pass EAA. So EAA is our since we have so much of data, so let us clear the console. Yeah, EAA. Then let us create the range like this. So 0 to 25, then 50, then 75, right? This is what we want. Now, if you observe, for first value, it is between 0 to 25. So till how long it is there? 1, 2, 3, 25th. Look at the 25th. 25th value is included in 0 to 25. Because in 25 index, we have the value 25. So 25 is included in 0 to 25. Then the next value 26 is included in this one. So 25 to 50. So since the index is 25 over here, this is 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, like that. Then if we look at 49, it is 25 to 26 to 50. Next value is 50. So 50 is also included in the same range. Okay. Next 51 is present in 50 to 75. Till 75 it will be like that. The 76th entry will be 75 to infinity range. Okay. See, if we don't want infinity, we have to include one more value. Or if infinity is present. So at the end, it is printing, there are 5 values. So levels, it is printing. So it is infinity to 0, then 1 to 25, 26 to 50, 51 to 75, and 76 to infinity. So these are the 5 ranges. So that is how the cut method works. So what is AA? AA contains the value 1 to 100 that we generated. Then that values will be categorized into groups based on the range value. So this is how cut method works. Okay, so cut method, what it does, so it take a number, then set of range values it will take, and for each given array index value, it will decide in which range this value falls in. So that is what we want in our example also. So in our example, now the entire clear the console. Yeah. So we are cutting the value data age into this many categories. So it will display only 1000 values if we cut it. So we are not displaying the cut value result. Instead, we are storing the cut value result in another column. So if you observe age category, $age category. So $age category is a new column name. So in a CSV file, data one is a CSV data. So $age we took, which means only age column. Data one $age indicates age column. So next, a new column is created, that is in the same data one, that is the age category. So in age category, all these cut values will be present. Now, if we still want, we can print the head. Just look at the data now. Now what has happened is age, gender, impression, clicked, signed in. Another one is added, that is the age category. See, look at the age. First one, first entry. First entry age is 36. So what is its category? Its category is 34 to 44. Second one, 73. It is 65 plus. So it is 65. On the other side, we have infinity. Then third one, 30. So 30 is between 24, 34. 49, 44 to 54. Then 47. Again, it is between 44 to 54, 44 to 54. So the cut method has categorized the age column into the categories that we have specified by creating a vector. Then what happened? That single column, so cut method returns a single column. That single column, we are adding it as an sixth column in the data one. So now our data one has 6 columns. Okay, so 6 columns are present. That we can clarify using head method. So then we can view the summary of the array using summary data one. So when we run summary, so summary is an inbuilt method in R programming. So that is useful to print some of the statistical details of a matrix or two-dimensional array. So if we want to look at its help, let us press F1. We can bring it here, summary. So this will print the summaries of the object. So it is a generic function. It produces result summaries of various models that we use. So here it is a summary on an array. So what does it do? So its syntax is summary followed by object, then parameters can be passed. So it can be used as a factor on a data frame, on a matrix. So argument it takes is the object on which a summary is designed, then a default method and some digits and all it will take. Okay, so let us keep it aside and look at this, what summary it has generated. Age. On age column, it has written this set of results. This is the age set. On gender, on impressions, clicks, signed in, age category. Okay. Now, what it has written? Look at it. Age was an integer. So since age is an integer, what it has written is a minimum value 0. Then first quadrille, this first QU includes, sorry, it is quantile. So first quantile. So quantile means it is based on the word quantity. Okay. So how quantities are spread in a distribution. So that is called as quantile. First quantile, median, median value, mean value, third quantile, maximum value. So this quantile is nothing but the entire distribution of values is divided into 4 parts. Okay. So first one it will give, third one it will give, the middle one is always the median. So in order to determine these values, there are separate formulas. Okay. So you can run this on a simple example, and then yes, we can run this summary on our 1 to 100, that is EAA. See, on 1 to 100, what summary it has printed? Minimum 1, first quartile is 25.75, median is 50.50, mean is also 50.50, third quartile value is 75.25, maximum value is 100. So what it does is the entire range of values is divided it into 4 parts. Then for each part, so it will again take some data. So the formula is there. Okay, what percentage we want. So for first quartile, second quartile, third quartile, and fourth quartile. So fourth is nothing but the last one. So it will print. So there is a separate set of formulas for determining the quartile. You can go through it. So age, gender. So gender, it was again a binary value. Impressions was an integer value. So same. Clicks, again integer value. Signed in was also again binary value 0 to 1. Age category is the additional one we added. So age category, it is a range. Okay. It is neither an integer value nor a text. So since it is a range, what this summary has printed is for each range, how many entries are present. So age value will be present only if a particular user has logged in. So that is how the data is present in the CSV file. So age will be present only if particular user is logged in. So if it is logged in, so age is present, otherwise that will be blank. So that is the result. Then 34 to 44, 70,000, 44 to 54, 64,000, next one is 58, 44,000, 35,000, 48. So like that it is printed how many entries are there. Okay. So this is a summary method that we are running on this particular code. Then, so till here we have just added a new column with the help of cut method. In order to further process this, we need to install the packages. So there is a package that is called as do-by. So do-by package is a statistical package for processing of data. So we have to install it. For the first time, if we have not done it, we have to install it. So in order to install a package, so we have a method like this. Install.packages. So within the double quotes, give the name of the package. So it takes time. It will download all the related files for that particular package. So it takes time. So I have already installed it. So once you have installed it, so you can invoke it. Since it is a using this particular method library, so you can add it. So just like how we include header files in C programming or a package in Python, or a package using import statements in Java, same way we can add this particular library. So then we'll specify a method. Okay, so that particular first let us clear the console. Site range, it is a function. So this particular function, so what it is returning is the vector. So C means it is a vector. So this vector contains length of x, minimum of x, mean of x, and maximum of x. So whatever x is an array. Okay. So array we are passing, and this site range method will return the length. Length indicates the number of elements in that array, minimum value, mean value, and maximum value. So this is a function. Now this particular function is created. Now what we can do is, so we can run this summary by. So this is a summary by, again it is a built-in method. For that particular method we are passing age, then age category. So that is one thing. Data1, data is equal to data1, then the function is site range. So before running this, so let us look at the help of this summary by, okay, by pressing F1. So see, so this summary by, so the document says it's a function to calculate group wise summary statistics, much like summary procedures in SAS. So group by summary, group by summary statistics. So what is the group here? Group is a age category. Okay. So we have to print the summary based on a age category. So each entry will now be grouped based on the age category value. So we will be having such categories, and group wise summary can be printed. So its usage, look at this. So data we have to pass the formula, function we have to pass which function to call. So this is the example. So a data frame, formula object, ID means a formula specifying variables which data are not grouped. Okay. So function means a list of functions that we have to apply. So all those things has to be passed. We shall just execute it and see. So summary by, yeah, age category. So this is particular symbol in R. So now what does this symbol indicate? So this symbol in R programming language indicates it is a formula. So it's a special data type. So it indicates it is a formula. So what does this entire thing indicates is, first thing is we must group age values we must group based on age category. So that is the meaning. So age values has to be grouped based on age category. So that is the indication through this symbol, tilde symbol. And in which data? That is in data1. And which function to apply? That is the site range function we have to apply. So it is group age by age category in data1 and then call the site range method. So we can specify one function or multiple. Since we have multiple functions, so we have called it. So the result is like this. So now age category on one side, age dot fun1 function 1, function 2, function 3 and function 4. Why it has printed function 1? Because in this site range method we have 4 methods, that is the length. First one is the length. So function 1 means it is a length. Then minimum value, function 2 is the minimum value. Function 3 is the mean value. Function 4 is the max value. So on each category, this is the result. So 0 to infinity, which means the users are not logged in. So 1,37,000 records are there. Age minimum value is 0. This is 0. This is 0. All are zeros. Next, less than 18. Less than 18, we have 19,000 data. Then 7 is the minimum value. Means minimum value, age minimum age value is 17. Mean age value is 16 and the maximum age value is 18. So on each category, we are printing the statistics here. That's it. So for what we did, we read the CSV file, then created a new column. That new column is added as a sixth column using through the means of cut method. Then here on each category, we are extracting some statistics. That's it. For each category of age, we are printing the statistics, that is minimum, maximum, mean, and how many entries are there in the data. Okay. Now, if we want only the summary of the signed in users, so we have to use a different summary by function like this. So summary by gender, then sign in plus impressions plus clicks. So all the things we are combining together. So gender, signed in, impressions, click, then age category. See, only signed in users. So signed in users means it is indicated by 1. Impressions we are taking, click we are taking, gender. Okay. All these things. Then for that we are applying the age category. So we are grouping them based on age category. Now if we print, look at the result. This is the result of only signed in users. So here we are printing only the signed in category. Anyway, all those things are present. So in the previous example, we printed for age. See, we applied everything on only on age. Here we are applying for other columns. So the other columns include the gender, signed in, then impressions, clicks, the number of clicks for each category. Why it is 0? Gender is present only for the logged in users. Signed in information is 0 means they are not signed in. So clicks and impressions are present for non signed in users also. So this is the data for other columns. So in the first, we print the summary of the age column. So the remaining columns can be summarized like this also. Or if we want in detail summary, we can do like the previous command, just like this. So in place of age, we can put gender, we can put impressions, signed in, or the clicks. But in gender, it is only binary value. Sign in also binary value 0 to 1. values. So whereas only impressions and clicks are the integer values. Okay. So we have not yet completed. We'll stop here for today's class. Go through this particular example in the textbook. So we have discussed only a few bunch of functions. We have to still plot the graph. Okay. You can enter your attendance in the chat window and exit for today. So tomorrow we shall see how to plot the graph.